All right, welcome everybody to the Sylvan Librarians. We are here today to talk about Commander Masters. All the spoilers are out, so we know everything that's in this set now. We can get a better take on whether this set is good or not so good or what.
Yeah, so we talked about in our first video, right? Our initial reaction that we didn't think the set was worth it.
Yeah.
I came out with a video a week or so ago talking about with a lot of the spoilers we've gotten, they added a lot of gas, so maybe at the end of spoiler season it might be worth it, it might not. What is final say here?
I think it's close. I haven't run the numbers yet, and I'm gonna have to actually do some maths to
Okay,
figure out if this set is worth it. It's close.
so
It might just be worth it.
let's talk about the sealed prices right now, right? Like, is it
Yeah.
worth it? Like, what the booster box prices are, everything like that. So right now, a draft booster box. Kyle, would you like to guess the mark? This is MTG stocks. This is what we use. Would you like to take a
Okay.
guess?
Um, for a draft booster,
A draft booster box.
350 or no wait, I think the draft 275.
You're close. Market 294. Average is
Okay.
297. So we'll say $300 for a draft box. Okay. This
Okay.
we also have set boxes. What do you think the set booster box is currently going for?
Um, got to be like 350-ish.
So market 370, average 380. So
Okay.
for those who don't know, its market price is what its market price is. Average is what your average price is going to be purchasing it on the internet.
Okay.
So if you're looking for one, you're going to spend closer to 380. Now a collector booster box is $215 market with a 221 average. And the
Okay.
the collector booster box comes with only 4 packs.
That's it?
Yep.
Oh no, collector. I thought never mind. Never mind. I thought you meant set booster for a second. I'm like, 4 packs in a set booster? I will burn wizards to the ground.
Nope. 4 packs in a collector booster.
Okay. All right, it's all good. It's collector. That's normal. That's normal.
Well,
And
usually it's
what was the price on that box?
215, 220.
Eh, you know,
So it's
I don't
like
hate that as much as I think that I normally would, because you are, how would I say this? If they were to give us 6 packs and they were to price it like they're pricing the rest of the set, it would just be unreasonable. And like, no one's going to buy an entire box. You're going to buy 1 pack if you're going to buy that. So I don't know. I think selling them in fours is probably better since they're so expensive, but
well also
it's
so
okay.
I'll pull this up here. Um, I think we kind of touched on this. What
Yeah.
what comes in a Commander Master Collector booster? Okay, so it
Yeah,
comes.
so we talked about this last time, but it wasn't confirmed yet.
Okay, so in a Collector booster pack, there's 15 cards. You have one traditional foil double-sided token, and then a combination of 5 cards of rarity, rare or higher. So you have 5 rares and or mythics, 2 to 5 uncommons, and 4 to 7 commons, and a land card.
Okay.
So you guaranteed 5 rares in that. All right, just remember that. Then
Okay.
in a set booster, pull it up here.
And that's a collector booster. You're
Yes,
guaranteed 5 rares, right?
guaranteed 5. There's no variation. In a set booster, you also get 15 cards. You have an art card, a token, or like one of those ad cards, and then or a card from the list. So one art card, one token slash ad card, or it could be a list card. And
Like one of the advertisement cards. I was sitting here trying to figure out what an ad card was.
oh yeah. And then you have guaranteed 2 rares with a max of 6 rares or mythics. So there's a big variation there. Then 3 to 8 uncommons, 4 to 8 commons, and 1 land. However, so it does have here the percentages. So you have a guaranteed 2 rares, right? So then you have a 48% chance of 3 rares. Oh, actually, this is interesting. So you have two rares at 34%.
Yep.
Okay, 34% of packs will have 2 rares. 48%
Wait,
of packs.
I thought you said every pack had 2 rares.
It does, but this is why. So it's a higher chance to get 3 rares than it is 2. There's a 48% chance to have 3 rares.
But there's a 32% chance to get 2?
34.
34.
15% chance for 4 rares. And then 2% chance for 5 rares, and a less than 1% chance for 6 rares. So you have a higher chance to get 3 rares than 2 in a set booster.
Can you get 1?
No. Lowest is 2.
Okay, but you'll more frequently get 3 than you'll get 2.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Let's give me that one more time. So I've got guaranteed 2 at 34%.
Yes. Then
Okay.
48.
Up to 6. 48% of 3. 15% for 4.
2% for 5. Then less than 1% for 6. So in draft boosters, you get 20 cards. So 5 more cards than the other packs.
Okay.
1 double-sided token. And then a guaranteed 2 rares with a max of 4. Right? Then 5 to 7 uncommons, 11 to 12 commons. Now, do you want your percentages?
Yes.
This one actually only gives us a 3 and 4, so the rest will be your 2% or your 2 rares. So you have 36% chance to get 3, and a 3% chance to get 4, which leaves you with 61% chance for 2.
What was it? 33 for 4?
36% for 3.
Yeah.
And a 3%.
Oh, 3%. Okay, so draft is just bad.
So draft, you have a 61% chance of just 2 rares. So 1/3 of the time you will, or 2/3 of the time you will get your two rares. So one in 3 packs are going to have more than 1, essentially.
Okay, and then what's the prices on just one?
However, it does have another extra statistic on the draft boosters.
Okay.
There is a chance, a less than 1% chance to get a traditional foil borderless mythic in a draft booster.
Okay.
Which is how I pulled my mana drain. I don't know what the percentage was on double masters, but I got my borderless foil mana drain out of a draft pack.
So less than 1%, is that also available in set or only in draft?
That's just the draft. That's the only stat that Wizards put out there. This is all from Wizards, by the way. These stats are all from Wizards.
Okay. Oh, that's why I look so bad. Hold on. I forgot this. I was being bothered by the fact that, like, I look really tired and, like, I've got bags under my eyes. And I'm like, oh, it's because the only light I've got on me is coming from my ceiling.
I mean, my light is the fan light over here.
Oh, too much. There we go. I look a little less tired now. Okay. So I feel like that's just kind of a chase thing to sell draft packs because.
Oh yeah, no, you're gonna pull them. You're gonna pull them in your. You're gonna pull them in the collectors.
Right? Yeah.
I assume.
Well, I think that otherwise, because those odds don't look very good, that I don't think many people would buy draft packs.
Well, I assume what they're doing, too, in the collectors, I could be wrong, but collectors always had, like, you have, like, 1 normal rare card, right? So you have a guaranteed 5. You have just a normal rare mythic, right? And then it was, like, 2 foils, nothing special. And then the other 2 foils, or other 2 rares were, like, your showcase foil. Is what they did in, like, Double Masters when they had 4 rares. You had 2 normal foil ones and then 2... foil or 2 borderless, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't doubt that it's going to be something like that in these. Just kind of that same layout. Anyway, so you're asking the prices on the packs, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So a collector booster pack market price is $67, and your average is $63.
Okay.
So you're finding them a little bit lower than the market currently. Set booster packs market $18 with an average of $19.
Okay.
And then your draft are $14 a pack, and your average is $15.
Okay. So what I'm looking at right now, and I'll have to run all the numbers on this. Um, so it looks like so pack is 19, so we're looking for anything more than 19-ish dollars. Um, so as of right now, it it looks like you could probably like crack packs and not be too horrible off. They did put quite a bit of gas in it after the second or the final round of reprints.
Spoilers.
Of spoilers, yeah, that's what I meant. There's a bunch of them that they just didn't have on the original list. One that I noticed that really needed a reprint because it had only ever been printed in Portal 3 Kingdoms, like in the 90s.
I believe
And
1997 was Portal Three
yeah,
Kingdoms.
so it's Sun Quan, Lord of Wu.
That's the horsemanship guy, right?
Yeah, all your stuff has horsemanship. Here's the funny thing: I was looking at the chart for that card, and it looked like prior, and I think I know why. It looks like prior to like the Dungeons and Dragons set, no one even knew the card existed. Because it was like down at $1 or less, and then it shot up to like $65 and just kind of stayed up there. And I think I know why. I think I remember the episode of Game Nights
I was gonna say it had to
where
have been that.
one of them had a
It was
just like pulled out of nowhere.
it was Post Malone. Did you know he plays Magic?
Did you know Post Malone plays Magic? Um, no, yeah, but I don't think anybody, at least the chart shows that nobody knew the card existed prior to. I think it was around then that episode, and then they pulled that and I'm like, oh hey, this just gives all your creatures unblockable for 6 mana.
Yeah.
So yeah, that it had gotten way up to like 65. That's what it was before the reprint. We'll have to see what it's going for
Yeah,
after we see pull rates.
There are
It isn't mythic, unfortunately.
yeah. There are a few Portal Three Kingdoms reprints in this set.
Uh-huh.
So like Personal Tutor, I believe, is one of the Portal reprints.
Mm-hmm.
Same with one of my cards that I like the reprinting is Capture of Jingzhou, the extra turn, extra turn
Oh
spell.
yeah.
And then there's a white card. I can't remember. Let me see if I have it pulled up here. Loyal Retainers was also from those sets. And that one lets you sack it to return a legendary creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. But, I mean,
Pretty good.
the thing with the set, I think overall you're still going to be better off buying singles.
Yeah.
However,
I mean that's almost always the case, but there are some sets that are much better than others.
yeah, and I think this one would be a very fun pack opening experience overall.
Yeah.
So if you have the money and you really want to open packs, you'll probably have a good time doing this. But if you're just looking for cards, just go buy it.
Yeah, I think that's true. Because there's quite a few in here on top of the good ones that are really really low in price. Like they didn't need a reprint at all. There's quite a bit of chaff.
Well, I think too they did a lot of good reprints overall. Like kind of some of the lower stuff. Like they're reprinting the Immortal Sun, which was somewhere between $15-$20, right? They're reprinting that. They're reprinting Land Tax, which was about 30. So I mean that's one of the higher end ones. But Smothering Tithe is getting another reprint. That's about 20 currently. Like there's some pretty good bangers between I would say $5 to $20. And then all your big hitters are your mythic cards, I think. Except the free commander spells like Fierce Guardianship and whatnot. Those are rare, but those are also pretty good.
Well, and that's kind of part of my thing with this is that like you have a lot of rares in the like $5 to $20 range, but like one pack is $20. So, like I feel like it's going to be hard to.
Well, it's like you're
both your money back on this one.
If you buy a draft pack for what was it, $15?
Yeah.
Both your rares have to be, $7.50 or higher if you want your money back.
Which is not much of the. I mean that's not very likely.
Well, especially after they're reprinted.
Right, because they're gonna. Well, and I think that it's more fair to compare it to like what you would. How to say this? Like what their price is likely to get back up to, because like if you're just looking to crack packs for value, that you'll just have cards that will get more valuable over time,
Yeah.
um, rather than stuff that you actually want to put in a deck. Like from a, it's not quite an investment standpoint,
Well,
but
so let's take Smothering Tithe, for example, right? Smothering Tithe actually got upshifted to Mythic in this set, which,
yeah,
if you didn't watch, we talked about that um, or I talked about that in the last video. Uh, it's weird because it was printed in Ravnica Allegiance at Rare, right? It was reprinted at Rare in Double Masters 2022. And so before it got reprinted there, it sat about an average of 35 to $40. After it got reprinted, it's held pretty strong between like $20 $23. But now they've upshifted it to Mythic. And I don't think it's going to shift the price on that at all.
yeah, because it's just, well, we were talking about this last time with the exactly like how the math shakes out, that like a mythic is a 1 in 6. So for every 6 rares that you hit opening packs, you will hit one mythic,
No,
roughly.
it's one of 12 because each one has
Oh,
guaranteed
it's one
two.
of 12.
Because each one,
Well, no,
no,
no, no, no, no.
it's 1 in 6 packs have a mythic, but each pack only has 2 spots. So it's 1 in 12 rares. 1 in 6 packs.
That sounds wrong.
It's
Is
one
it?
in
Is it 1 in 6 pack? Isn't it 1 in 6 rares?
no, it's 1 in 6 packs.
Do they recalculate that for every set then?
No, their overall is just 1 in 6.
Well, yeah, if it's 1 in 6 per pack, that's because each pack, typically speaking, has one rare.
I doubt.
Right?
I doubt they'll do it. I bet you
What do
it's
you mean?
still. I bet you it's still one. Like I bet we can look this up if we look up what's the mythic pull rate in a draft booster box.
Okay.
You are average to have 7 mythics. So
Okay,
how many packs are? I have to look up how many packs. They just have the percentages here. 24. So that's closer to 1 in 3. So yeah, they did shift it. I think.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So 1 in 3. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 1 per 6 rares.
Yeah, but the statistic, if you look it up, is just overall. However, they say 1 in 6 packs. They don't specify rares.
Well, right, but it's 1 in 6 rares because every pack has only
No,
one
no,
rare.
no. I get that. I get that's what you were saying. They
Yeah,
just never
well,
specified that. So yeah, it's
yeah, unless they specifically change the pull rate for this set, it should be you get a mythic for every 3 packs you open ish.
yeah 1.1 like 2 or something.
Well, and it changes depending on how many rares you pull.
Yeah, but if we're just saying, you're 61% of the time getting 2 rares.
Yeah. Well, and I don't even want to look at draft because it looks just bad on its face. It doesn't look like it's worth buying. Set boosters look like they might be worth
Well,
buying.
here, let me look
but
at. He has averages for all of them here. So in a collector booster box, you're actually only averaging 3 mythics.
Really. So they did tinker with the pull rates.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then in a set booster box, you're averaging 9.
Okay. Yeah. So so you're getting 2 more mythics per box.
Well, so
Wait, is this for Commander Masters specifically?
yes.
Okay.
They have a whole spreadsheet thing here.
Oh,
that
so
I'm
this is
looking
like a store owner that's already gotten advanced pack cracking.
Yeah, so I could read this if you want. Looks like they're in Europe, so their prices are all in euros.
That's fine.
But you have, your set booster box costing you $3.90 average. Expected number of rares and mythics in a set booster box is 61 rares, and then your 9 mythics.
Okay.
And then in your collector booster box, you're going to pull about 18 rares. It's 17.5. I'm rounding up here.
Yeah.
So 18 rares and then 3 mythics. And then draft is 51 rares and 7 mythics.
Okay.
So Your set booster box costs $290, or draft booster box costs $290. Your set boosters costing about $390. So for $100 more, you're getting, what is that? One, two. You're getting about 11 more rares and mythics on average.
Okay.
Because your set booster box, I think, comes with less packs.
How many more? How many more mythics are you getting? Two, right?
You're getting 9. You're getting get 2 more.
Yeah,
2 more.
two more
Seven
and
to
11
7
more
to 9.
rares.
10 more rares.
I'm gonna have there's just it's gonna be a whole thing to do all the math on this to see if you make your money back.
Here, I can actually. I'll save this Reddit post and I'll send it to you later.
Yeah, send that to me. It's gonna be a whole endeavor.
But yeah, that guy went through and did a bunch of math stuff. Anyway.
So yeah, at this it does look like it has some good it does look like it has some good hits. Some of the things being printed are going to go down in price. I don't think it's going to have a terrible, huge impact on the market as far as, dropping the bottom out of the boat on rares and mythics. There's going to be a few that go down quite a bit, especially the ones that have never been reprinted, like Capture Jingzhou and whatever that other one was from Three Kingdoms.
Lord, whatever.
Yeah, the Lord of
the horsemanship guy.
The horsemanship guy.
Well, I think just looking at that, the amount of rares that's going to flood, I think our rares are going to drop pretty decently.
Well, I think that I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to have to see how many of the rares are actually going to be reprinted at such a rate that you're going to drop the price.
Yeah.
Because if you're pulling a bunch of bulk and usually not getting the rares that are more than $20 or whatever, then it's just not really going to have that much of an impact. But we'll have to see.
Yeah. Anyway, after all that, Kyle, what are some of your cards here that you're liking to look at, that you're liking to see getting printed?
Yeah. Oops. So one of them that I really do like that they're doing is the that Lord of Wu card, because it just, like I say, it's kind of ridiculous that it hadn't ever been reprinted, because that's obviously good, right? Like I really don't think that the frequency that people play cards should be the only deciding factor in whether or not they get reprinted.
Yeah.
Like R&D knows these cards are good, right? They all play Magic. The people who are actually choosing what cards get reprinted play Magic themselves, and so like they know what cards are good in like EDH. It's gonna be mostly EDH. They know what cards are good in Commander that people don't play because they have them in their own decks. They work for the company, right? They have little pet cards that they know, like, hey, this is crazy good in decks and nobody uses it, and they could reprint that. So I think it's kind of ridiculous that it took them this long to reprint something from Three Kingdoms.
Well, what's it?
A lot of the stuff from Three Kingdoms needs reprinted because it was I think, wasn't it like a foreign release set?
It was only released in China, I believe.
Yeah, and so they just don't exist.
Well, what's funny too is in our recent years, right? We kind of started going back to those old sets a lot more, right? I think we started with Time Spiral Remastered, right? We had those cards, and then we had Dominaria Remastered, and then we have this set, which is coming out with some cards from Portal 3 Kingdoms. In Double Masters, we had Imperial Steel reprinted. So I think they're just starting to look back at those sets.
Yeah. Be like, hey, this has literally never been reprinted, and it probably should be because it's $1,000.
Yeah.
It's not on the reserve list. So yeah, I think that's a good card. It's a really good card for Commander, especially because blue traditionally is kind of a difficult color to build a creature deck with. And so I think that, having a 6-drop that lets you just give your stuff unblockable would be it's a good boon for blue creature decks.
Yeah. One of the cards I'm excited to see getting reprinted too. It's actually like nothing crazy, but it's well, I guess Arachnogenesis is something crazy. I'm glad they're reprinting it. I shouldn't. It was up to I think like $60 for a
Yeah,
copy
it was.
because it was only printed in like a precon, and it's. I'm hoping since they actually reprinted it at rare, we're gonna see it kind of drop the same way Smothering Tithe did.
Yeah.
Because I think right now, what's it pre-ordering at? It's pre-ordering for about $40 for a basic copy. So we're what is that, a 30% drop already,
Right.
and hopefully only drops more.
Yeah, you can hope. Um, yeah, that is a pretty good one. Um, One of the other ones that I noticed that really, I mean, it's one of those that gets reprinted a lot actually, but like it just always goes back up. It's Toxic Deluge.
It's always a
Um,
solid one.
Always a solid one. Like it's like Mana Crypt, in that like it doesn't matter how many times Wizards reprints it, it seems it always just goes back right up to as expensive as it was in the first place. That and like Jeweled Lotus is another one of those where it's just like, yeah, this is just going to be a $90 card in the long term. Um, so don't be waiting on the set that's going to print it into the ground because Wizards will never do it. They want those cards to continue to exist so that every now and then they can print a master set and go, hey, look, more Mana Crypts. It'll go down temporarily and you can snag it.
Yeah, and
Um,
a thing too is like we know that Jeweled Lotus getting reprinted, the free spells getting reprinted. Those are all good, right?
yeah,
We don't really need to talk about those. Everyone knows those are coming back.
and it is a big draw of these sets. It's the reason that they put them in there. But like also be aware that not all mythics are created equal.
Well, same with
Like
rares.
yeah, you aren't going to pull any given rare at the same rate as any other given rare. Like there are rares, and then there are rares that are actually rare.
Yeah,
Uh,
like
and
that's why
there are
we have
rare
bulk
mythics.
rares and we have
Yeah.
rares.
Well, and it's not only just bulks. It's like because bulks is normally like anything under $2, but there are legitimately some that just get printed at a higher frequency than others. Like I remember in the mystery booster, I never saw a Mana Crypt come out of that stupid set.
I've seen
But I
two.
but I saw a whole bunch of the other rares and mythics. Like I pulled two Elish Norns from the two boxes that I opened. And I didn't see a single crypt. So like it's
Yeah.
and have you actually seen one in person? Somebody cracked one in person?
Rudy opened one in one of his videos, and then I was watching a Whatnot stream, and
Uh-huh.
they were doing a giveaways at the start of the stream like they do, and they put up a mystery booster, and everyone was talking about, oh, here comes the Mana Crypt, right? And he's opening it for the person. Boom, Mana Crypt, free $200 card.
Yeah, like it's don't expect that you're going to pull like jeweled lotuses at the same rate that you're going to pull a mythic that costs $1. Um, because it's not gonna happen. They're rares in the like we act like we only have the like four tiers in Magic and that we're not like Yu-Gi-Oh, but we actually do have that many tiers. We just don't name all of them.
Yu-Gi-Oh has like 17 or something
Yeah,
ridiculous
what like
though.
we have probably it's probably most commons and uncommons are probably reprinted at a similar rate. But then for rares and mythic rares, I guarantee there's at least 3 tiers in each one of those tiers. So, we've got at least like 8 tiers. We just don't have names for them because it's going to change set to set what exactly is prevalent and what's not. So it'd be hard to figure it out.
Yeah.
Anyway, um,
One of the other cards I'm excited for is in a reprint. It's in the colorless precon.
oh yeah,
It's Rise of the Eldrazi. So right now I'm working on my Liberator Urza's Battlethopter deck, right?
yeah.
And so this card is really cool. I think its pre-order price is close to $60 right now, though. Oh no, it dropped.
Damn.
It dropped from when I looked. Never mind, we're down to 30. Anyway, so 9, colorless, colorless, colorless. So it costs 12.
Wow.
Sorcery. This spell can't be countered. Destroy target permanent. Target player draws 4 cards. Take an extra turn after this one. Exile Rise of the Eldrazi.
That's the
They,
band Emrakul, but a little bit watered down.
well, so they put the spell can't be countered, which is from one of the Emrakuls. Destroy target
Yeah.
permanent is from Ulamog, I believe. Target player draws 4 cards is from Kozilek, and then take an extra turn after this one is from the band Emrakul. Or so they kind of just
it's also with the spell can't be countered is also from the band Emrakul.
yes. However, 12 mana sorcery, I'm okay with saying it can't be
No,
countered.
I think that's totally fine. I think a 12 mana sorcery can win you the game. I think that's fair.
Yeah. So that one I'm excited for because that's a. I don't think I'll be buying the pre-con because it's like $180 right now.
My heart was
Like
told.
like on TCG Player, you can buy all 4 in a bundle for like $350 to $400, but your Eldrazi one is sitting about 180 last I checked, and the Sliver 5-color one was about 140, and then the other 2 are under 100.
Okay, I'm gonna play conspiracy theorist just real quick here. I need a tinfoil hat for this.
I got an alien on your shirt. It's close enough.
There we go. You believe. Okay. What is Wizards' deal with waste? Somebody has a major profit incentive to not reprint waste. Because they had Zendikar Rising when it would have been a good time to reprint Waste. And now they've got Commander Masters where there's a colorless precon and you have a perfectly good excuse to reprint Waste. And they won't do it. Somebody, I don't believe that this is coincidence.
Well, so you want to know the last time Wastes were actually reprinted?
It was Zendikar, wasn't it? Like
No.
OG Zendikar, right?
No. They had a reprint. So Waste currently, I think if you want to Waste, it's about
They're
$1.
like $1 a piece.
They got reprinted in Time Spiral Remastered with the old border frame.
What?
Yeah, they're $4 a piece for those ones.
You mean the set with the itty bitty print run that no one ever saw any of and was gone in 5 seconds? What are you doing, Wizards? Why won't you reprint the Waste? Who's making all the money on the Waste?
I'll have you know how many pack I bought 2 boxes, and then I went to a Walmart and they were selling the 3-pack blister draft packs. I bought 5 or 6 of those. So I opened so much Time Spiral Remastered because I really liked the set. I didn't pull a single Waste. Not one out of, let's see, so it was like 36.
There's something going on here.
72, and then we'll say 15. So I opened like 87 Time Spiral Remastered packs. Didn't pull a single one of those.
Something's going on there. I don't know what it is. I don't know if just like Mark Rosewater is just sitting on a throne made of waste or what. And like, no, I can't reprint him because then this throne won't be worth anything. Listen. I want to start a conspiracy theory in the community that there is a giant, like, medieval throne made of waste somewhere at Wizards headquarters or owned by one of the Wizards, like, team members. And that's why they are so averse to reprinting a basic freaking land. Like, there's a conspiracy here, and I will not be convinced that there's not. It's been too many sets.
You can't.
And one time they did reprint it, it was so uncommon that you can't even really call it a basic land. Something fishy's up here. They're putting chemicals in the water.
Anyway, before we crash again, I want to rare land cycle. Okay, we have stuff like Canopy Vista, which is it enters tapped unless you control 2 or more basic lands. We have the Snarls, and I'm actually a big fan of the Snarls.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of campuses. The campuses are trash.
No, not campuses. We have some of the enters tapped unless you have 2 or more opponents. Like, I think the rare land cycle, they've mixed a good amount in here.
I didn't see those. Yeah, the Bond lands need reprinted again.
Yeah, so like
Like I
rejuvenating.
want those to be dirt cheap.
Yeah, rejuvenating springs is in. Unless I could be wrong. I hope the lands that they have in here. Skyfall doesn't differentiate between the precons, so I'm hoping they're not precon lands.
Oh, here's the thing. It would make sense considering the absurd price of the precons.
Yeah, I just haven't
Like,
looked. I haven't actually looked at the land base for the 5 color decks or anything like that.
yeah, like it wouldn't surprise me if you had some, high value lands in there. Because like if they're going to charge that much, you better not have any of those enter the battlefield tapped and don't do anything dual lands.
Yeah, but like I'm looking, and I think they have all of them in here. Like all 10 are being reprinted. Or hold on, let me see. Vault of Champ. Maybe it's just 5. Vault of Champions, Undergrowth Stadium, Training Center, spectator seating, and rejuvenating swing. So it is only 5 of them that are being reprinted.
Okay.
So hopefully that's not just in the precon.
I mean, we'll have to see.
But
The last one that I am stoked about because it really need. Okay, I'm going to light something on fire. I keep accidentally opening Firefox. The other one that I'm super stoked on is the Dragon, because that sucker has not been reprinted except for a Secret Lair, which doesn't count. Secret Lair is not a reprint. I'm sorry. If I can't crack it, it's not real. So the Dragon is currently sitting at 50, but it's been as high as 100. Like that is crazy.
I traded mine when it was about 70. I traded it for like 6 different cards from a kid.
Yeah, like it's currently sitting up at $50, and it's been clear up to 100 because it's only been reprinted the one time in its pre-con in 2017. So really glad to finally see that one.
Honestly,
goes down to like 40 or something. 40 would be an okay price for that card, I think.
Honestly, I wish they would have reprinted all of the Eminence commanders.
Yeah, it would be nice to see a Soren Markov reprint. You know what?
Edgar Markov.
What did I say?
Soren.
Oh, I meant Edgar. Yeah, they can avoid reprinting the cat though. Nobody cares about the cat.
Except for that one person watching this that cares about the cat, and you're special.
And you're special, and you're valid, and we see you, but nobody else. Yeah. So it'd be nice to see a reprint of all the Eminences. There are a couple in here that I wish they would have hit and they didn't. So that's kind of a bummer. Like I would have liked to see a Stoneforge Mystic reprint. Like you say, the other Eminences could use a reprint. But overall, we did get some pretty dang good.
I think we have a good pool of cards. Just maybe not worth buying an entire box.
Yeah, I would buy like a pack or two because I don't think it's going to be a miserable experience drafting, especially where you can sometimes hit 6 rares. That's kind of cool. But I wouldn't buy like a whole box. Probably I would just buy a few set packs and call it a day. Don't blow a bunch of money on this, but like it will probably be pretty okay to crack a few.
Don't be like me, okay? I have a pack opening problem. I love pulling really cool cards. I refuse to buy a Sword of Feast and Famine because I only buy the packs to hopefully one day pull one. I've probably
you never hit it, did you?
No, I've probably opened. How many packs of those have I opened? It's from one of the mirrored, and I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head because I haven't bought one in a while. But I've probably bought somewhere around 15 packs and probably spent $10 a pack. So what is that, $150 trying to pull one?
And trying to pull like a $50 card.
Yeah, so don't be like me.
Yeah, I mean I'm the same. I opened like 25, I think, Ravnica packs trying to get shocks, and I got 0.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it's a decent set. It's pretty good, but buy the singles that you want. Watch the price. Don't be dumb and just run out and buy the singles because they're being reprinted. Like, make sure the price is actually going to drop, because,
yeah.
If the price doesn't drop, then you might as well have bought them yesterday as today, and like, there's no reason to even wait for the reprint. So, don't be fooled by the idea that reprint means the price will definitely drop, because on some of these, I just don't think it's going to.
No, and especially on some of the pre-con cards too. Like,
yeah,
I hope the price comes down on a few of those, but
We'll
We'll
have to
see.
see.
We'll see.
Yeah, I think that's about all I've got for this set.
I don't got anything else.
All right. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to the Sylvan Librarians.
Hold on.
And
Hold on. We have
oh,
pick a
oh
number.
yes, yes, yes. The
Follow on the
TikTok.
TikTok. Okay, we're at like 812 followers. We need 1,000. Okay, Kyle, give me a number. Give me a number.
17.
Oh, you're one,
I
two,
know I
three,
am.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Here's number 17 right here.
All right.
It is a foil Hercules Recall from Modern Masters 2015.
Nice.
I believe it is worth about $20 for the foil. The normal one's like 2 or 3. So,
And we are going to be giving that little box of cards away when we get 1,000 followers on TikTok. So
yeah, we'll do a giveaway. I'm trying to find the there it is. Someone will get this. This is guaranteed in the stream. Someone will get this. Okay, either someone gets it randomly out of their number guessing, or I'll pull it out and say whoever wins this next giveaway gets the Sylvan Library. All right.
Because we're the Sylvan Librarians.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
I get it. I get it. I came up with that.
All right. Well, once again, we have been the Sylvan Librarians, and we thank you all for tuning in, and we will catch you next time.